I haven't turned on the camera in 12 days. I feel like I've been pulling up the track, as they say, just losing momentum. Honestly, I sat down here today to make a regular video. I tried to make a script. I tried to list my thoughts where I've been, but nothing felt right. It felt like a performance. You see, I've been watching the storyteller on YouTube, a man who lives a life completely opposite of mine. His life is chaos. It is survival. It is 3 a.m. escapes. And he inspired a train of thoughts in me that I couldn't just speak off the cuff. It was too important to get wrong. So instead of a script, I just started writing. It turned into a letter, or maybe an essay. I don't know. But I want to read it to you exactly as I wrote it, because I think it says everything I've been trying to say about who we are and why do we do the things that we do. I titled this The Architecture of Survival. I stumbled across a stranger's story today. On the surface, this man is a total contrast to me. He tells stories of homelessness and heartbreak and mental institutions. He tells them with energy and humor like he's just sharing a wild memory at a dinner party. He talks about running away from women at 3 in the morning, not out of fear, but out of what he calls a strategy. He calls it chess. He frames his life as a series of tactical moves, a game he must stay on one step ahead to avoid being captured. It will be very easy from the outside world to look at these stories and misunderstand them, to see only the instability, to see the broken rules and the messy exits, and assume there is all that is. But as I watched him, I didn't see a villain. I saw a mirror. We all like to think that we are civilized, rational creatures. We like to think that if we just read enough books and analyze our feelings enough, we can rise above our basic instincts. I built this entire channel on the idea of understanding our emotions through logic. But then I watched this man and I realized that logic is a luxury. When you are truly out in the cold, literally or metaphorically, you do not have the luxury of philosophy. You only have the instinct to survive. To the man who inspired this letter, I want to say something that perhaps nobody has ever told you. Your chaos is not a failure, it is an adaptation. You speak of manipulating situations to keep the upper hand, but I don't think you are power hungry. I think you are terrified. You learned somewhere along the way that to be vulnerable is to be destroyed. You learned that if you let someone see the real you, the 3 a.m. version of you, they might use it against you. So you built a fortress. You turned your life into a performance. You became the player, so you wouldn't have to be the victim. That is not malice. That is brilliance. It is the desperate creativity of human spirit refusing to be extinguished. You left a comment on my channel recently. You called my work highbrow. You said it was articulate and that I have a niche for a specific crowd. You made me smile because it is so ironic. You look at me and you see a teacher, but I look at you and I see a lesson. I can sit here and talk about trauma in abstract terms. I can use big words and describe the human condition, but you are the one living it. You are the raw data. I'm the theory, but you are the practice. We are all running from something. Some of us run physically, slipping out of the door before the sun comes up because intimacy feels like a trap. Some of us run intellectually, hiding behind cameras and perfect sentences because we are afraid that if we stop talking, people will see we don't have the answers. We are both playing chess. We are just using different pieces. So I'm writing this to remind myself and anyone listening that we need to stop judging the survival mechanism of others. What looks like instability to outside world is often just a shield that hasn't been put down yet. What looks like a game is often just a desperate attempt to feel safe. There's a wisdom in the gutter, and there's a truth in the chaos. And sometimes the people we think are lost are actually just navigating a map we are too afraid to read. I think that's what I need to say today. And we're all trying to make it through the night. Whether we do it by analyzing our feelings, by driving away in the dark. To the subscriber who inspired this, thank you. You have no idea how much that taught me. I'll see you in the next one.